Hello everybody, welcome to Free Range Art Farm. So today is July 2nd. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, 80 some odd degrees. So I'm going to do a check on my hives. I think the last one was a little over 2 weeks ago. We checked, they hadn't done any work in the honey supers, which I wasn't surprised by. We're in a little bit of a dearth here in Virginia. I live in kind of the northern Virginia area. We've got some flowers, there's clover and a few trees are in bloom, but just not as much in this area. I mean, the girls are flying, but I think they're consuming more than they're bringing in. Anyway, I'm going to just do a check again. Last time, I think I filmed the yellow hive. So today I'll film the purple hive so you guys can see what's going on with that. I'm solo again. This is free range. If you follow any of our other videos, a couple weeks ago, she tripped in the garden and twisted, sprained, and chipped her ankle. So she is not really very mobile right now. So I'm solo again. I'm going to try and do a little bit better job filming this time. So stand by. We'll get into it. They shouldn't be doing anything on the outside frames here by now. No, they're just hanging there. Let's check these center frames. See if there's anything. Now there's still nothing built on these center frames. Just a bunch of babies hanging out. Oh, sorry, sweetie. So this top box, this honey super, is still just empty. Alright, so let's see how we're looking. Alright, I think you guys can see well. Alright, let's check on these traps. Let's see. Looks like the answer to that, at least on this. Sorry, sweetie. You're alright. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's no hive beetles in there. Next time, remind me, I'm going to put a pair of reading glasses in my toolbox. Let's put this here. They're building this out nice. Not capped honey yet. I feel like they're actually pulling from the honey. This is the better comb that I bought. I think the comb is okay. Certainly helps give the girls, first year girls, a head start, I think. I just put it together with the toothpicks. I think next time I'll get the frames that are wired, and I think that'll hold this comb in, better be comb in a little bit better. This is a brood frame. I don't see a queen in here. I don't see any larvae yet. Queen should be moving down, I would hope. She also should be slowing down her production some. Yeah, this frame is pretty light too. Lots of bees. I got some capped brood, some larvae, so that's good. I don't see any eggs, but I see some young larvae. So we definitely have evidence of a queen. Alright, next frame. Holy cow, full of brood on that side and this side. Look at all that. That is solid brood. Got lots of babies getting ready to hatch out of this. Alright, I think I'm going to cut the camera off for now. Continue going through. And we'll pick it up in the lower box. Alright, we're in the lower box. Girls are starting to get a little bit agitated. A lot more flying around. So, oh, just got bit. Well, like I said, they're starting to get agitated. Maybe there was one on the smoker. So perhaps it's time for me to put my gloves on, because I don't really want to get stung again. So hang on. So rightfully so, these girls are not thrilled that I am messing around in their home. So this is a fairly light frame. It's got some brood on it. A little bit of brood. I see some larvae. Yeah, they're definitely starting to get more aggressive as time goes on. This has some capped brood. Fairly empty frame, this one. There's some pollen in it. I see some drone brood down here. The bigger cells are capped drones. You know, this was a nuke we got from a guy about half an hour, 40 minutes away from us. And I've always felt like this queen was a little bit more aggressive. So I've been a little nervous about this colony, but lots of drone brood. Some good regular brood down here. Some good brood on this side. So she's still a pretty active queen. Again, I'm not looking for her. It's a fairly empty frame, this one. They had some good honey stores in the top box. It's a pretty heavy box. You can see these girls are getting agitated. Sorry, babies. Oh, there's a lot of good brood on this. They're still drawing out comb here. I think I need to start feeding these girls sooner rather than later. Yeah, they're starting to fill this with nectar, which is good. This one as well. Alright. Well, I think we're going to close this one up. Alright guys, I thought I'd share with you a fail. So I put these medium frames up here with no foundation. I did put starter strips on most of them, but the girls will be girls, and they've built this comb all sideways and backward. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is not the right way. But they're putting honey in, and I've disturbed it all. So I'm going to try and get that back in place, and we'll have to sort that out next year. In the end, this medium super is for them, so I suppose they can build it however they want, but it makes it difficult to do inspections on it. So I thought I'd share with you guys my little fail. Hello everyone. Go ahead and get this off. Hopefully there won't be any angry girls coming around to sting me again. How am I failing? There you are. So things in the purple hive looked pretty good. Lots of activity. Nothing up in the honey super, the medium super. A bunch of bees, but just no comb. Like I said, we're definitely in a dearth, so they're not, not pulling in the nectar they need to really build the comb. The yellow hive, they were building comb in that super, but they weren't doing it along with the frames. They were kind of doing it all haphazardly. So I think I'll just let them be with the way they want to build it for this season. And then next year, maybe we'll do a split. We'll take that super out and I'll try to cut the comb out and put it back into frames kind of the way we want it, not the way the bees want it. But, I mean, they know best, right? It's their hive. So we're just going to let that go for the season. I am slightly concerned about the yellow hive. I saw a lot of capped brood, and I saw some older larvae. I didn't see any younger larvae or eggs. Now, I didn't bring my glasses. I didn't see the queen, but I never really go looking for her. So I'm slightly concerned. I think we'll have to check on the yellow hive maybe next weekend, and just see what we can see. We'll do a quick inspection just to make sure there's evidence of a queen. I didn't see any emergency queen cells, and I did see eggs 2 weeks ago, last time I checked on the hive. Actually, it's 2.5 weeks ago now. I'll double check. I have that one on film to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I saw eggs in both in the yellow hive as well as purple. So I'm slightly concerned about yellow hive, but it's strong. They're building comb up in the super. They're putting honey in it. So I'm feeling pretty good about yellow hive surviving the winter. Now we just need them to have a queen. And purple hive is doing pretty well. So overall, I'm pretty happy. I did get stung real quick. I'm not even sure why. I think there might have been a bee on my smoker when I picked it up. I've got to learn the hard way, apparently, to be a little bit more attentive to where the bees have landed when I go picking things up. I get a little bit too task focused and I forget about some of the details. My wife is usually out here to help and tell me, check this, check that, slow down. I get grumpy with her, but she's right. Don't tell her. Anyway, I think I'm going to close it up for now. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any thoughts or comments on yellow hive or even purple hive, I don't know if I filmed much in yellow hive. Did I? You tell me. I'll know when I edit. So anyway, hit me up with comments, hit that like and subscribe and all that stuff. Try to support us. We're going to grow our apiary. We're slowly growing out our homestead. So I hope you guys come along for the journey. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Oh, be good, be safe, be happy, be well, be mindful of the bees. We need them.